Hello. Hello. I couldn't be asked doing another one. How are y'all doing? Good morning. Well, good afternoon. I know I was supposed to stream yesterday, but I couldn't. It was too difficult, but hello. Boy, do we have a lot to talk about. I know. I feel like it as well. It's really not fun. I've got the dreaded COVID. Even if you do everything you can, it'll still find a way. I wasn't enough of a Discord mod. I should have stayed in at all times, never left at all. Oh goodness, but hey ho. That's how it is. And to think I'm actually doing better than I was yesterday, and I still sound like I'm dead. But there's a lot. Touching grass, hey. I was minding my own business, doing my thing. And I only got it because my mum, my brother, and my dad got it. I was doing everything I could to avoid them, and I still managed to get it somehow. So, they were the ones doing the grass touching. Not me. No, I would never leave the house. Oh, goodness. But yeah, it hurts. It's not great, but getting there. Tested positive just yesterday, and I'm already getting better. So I am absolutely bigging up my immune system. So I'm getting somewhere. It's not, doesn't feel like it's getting worse, Just feels like it's already getting better, and I've only had it 2 days. So that's good. It's something. It's better than nothing, I guess. Also, I'm streaming now because at 3 o'clock the government is going to be sending out an emergency alert that every single news outlet has been complaining about and has been telling everybody how to turn it off. I need to keep drinking, otherwise it's going to hurt a lot. It's kind of like when I got swollen vocal cords. Yeah, it's that thing today. It is. But yeah. Everyone's going to be like, oh no, the government's intruding on our privacy. You know, like the news outlets have been saying, oh, it's all intrusive and whatnot. No, it isn't. It isn't. Let's say where you live is, under threat of something bad happening. I think you'd want to know. So if you turn off those alerts, it's your fault if you don't prepare for the nuclear bomb that's about to drop on your head, It's used in multiple countries across the world, and people are all upsetty spaghetti that the government is trying to do it here. I think it's a great idea. I think it's great. Please do tell me that I'm going to be bombed. That's a very good point. I've got my Google Home plugged in, and don't ask why I've got Google Home. It is atrocious. Don't ever get Google Home if you have the option. But yeah, it sent over 4G, 5G. Yeah, I feel like they would. All I know is that it's definitely not going to be coming through my PC, which you need a little Wi-Fi dongle for internet connection, and I don't even know if this will be a 5G connector thing, but fuck knows. But yeah, I feel like there'll definitely be something in place for them. A lot of people, although complaining about the emergency alert, it's, what if there was an actual emergency? Yeah, 5G is different to 5 gigahertz, yeah. My phone has 5G capabilities. I think it's only on phones that have 5G capabilities. I saw that somewhere. It's either 5G or 4G. If it's only on 5G capabilities, that's ridiculous. Yeah, it's like the 5 gigahertz 5G. But one thing that also annoys me is how people think a gigabit is a gigabyte. Like when you see these companies that are like, oh, gigabit internet. Like, gigabit internet is not gigabyte. That's like 500 megabytes at most internet. But because they're saying, oh, gigabit, people are like, oh, that must mean gigabyte. It doesn't. Say what it actually is, which is less than a gigabyte, less than half a gigabyte. It's ridiculous. They just say bit instead of byte because they know they can get away with it actually being smaller, and then saying, hey, we never said gigabyte, we said gigabit, not gigabyte. Yeah, it's annoying, it really is. Like, just say what it actually is. Less people know what gigabit is than a byte, because when you're downloading a game, it's not saying in gigabits, it's saying in gigabytes, right? When you're streaming whatever, it doesn't say in gigabits, it says in gigabytes, right? So more people will understand what the byte side is. Megabytes, gigabytes, right? Not megabits, gigabits. So I did a lot of research into it, and a gigabit is roughly similar to somewhere between 500 and 250 megabytes, which, don't get me wrong, that's pretty good. But by saying it's, gigabit, it's like, okay, that's cool and all, but say what it is in things that people are going to understand. Yeah, bits per second, that's great, but bits per second, it's amazing, but there's 8 bits in a byte. So just convert it into bytes. It's not impossible. Yeah, because of all that shit, right? And for me, I mean, when I'm streaming right now, it's showing it in kilobytes a second. Things like that. It's not impossible to just convert it into something that's more understandable. It's not impossible. Because when you do an internet speed test, it doesn't tell you what it is bits per second, it tells you bytes, not bits. So, yeah, the streams in that's kilobits. Wait, does that mean I thought that was like. I thought that would have been kilobytes, not kilobits. That's worse. Oh, good grief. How the fuck does it struggle? That's that's embarrassing for my computer. It's just confusing sometimes. It's just like I can't be asked. Like, tell me how long it's gonna, take to download a game, because a game, it says it in the bytes side, right? Not the bits. So if I'm downloading a game that is 2.5 gigabytes and I have 500 megabyte a second internet, I'll know how long it's going to take me to download that game, right? But if someone's telling me I've got gigabit internet and I'm like, bit, byte, I'm sure they mean the same thing, right? And then I download it, it's slower than what I'm expecting. It's like, what's going on here? It's confusing. It's not impossible to just say the bytes. Because if I do an internet speed test now, it's not going to tell me in bits. It's going to tell me in bytes. Yet when they're promoting it, it's like, whoa, look at all of these big bits. Also, when it comes to converting to bytes and megabytes and gigabytes, whatever it is, it's not exactly a round number. I think it's 1024 bytes per kilobyte, and 1024 kilobytes per megabyte, 1024 megabytes per gigabyte, but nobody listens to that. Give me a second. Alright, hello. Let's have a look here what you've said. All the kind of worms, yeah. Yeah, all of that TCP/IP thing is just it's a whole thing. It's annoying. Yeah. The TCP/IP structure is it's so annoying and difficult to remember. Because I remember doing all of that shit in GCSE, and it was, well, difficult to remember, to say the least. It was annoying. But, yeah. I just think that the naming is a bit annoying, especially for the average consumer, so... There are different structures. There are different structures, and that's the thing that confuses me. When it comes to streaming and sending whatever, there's complete different structures. Because a lot of streams, it just sends it all no matter what. Most of the time. It's just... Yeah, see, the average consumer doesn't understand. So if you make it understandable... If you make it understandable, I think it's better. Like big numbers, which is why if they say megabit, the average consumers are going to be like, oh, that must be megabyte. Oh, gigabit. Oh, that must be gigabyte. You know. And then they get it, and they won't. They are less likely to check if it actually is a gigabyte. But I think that they should be a little bit more honest with what the actual byte correlation would be. Because I know I would prefer to be told how many bytes it would be, not bits. Because quite frankly, I don't download things in bits. I download them in bytes, in megabytes and gigabytes. I'm not there downloading a black and white 4-bit image, you know. There's all of the whole thing because it is sent as bits and whatnot, TCP/IP. But for us idiots who just don't want the extra hassle of having to find out how many games I'm going to be able to download, which aren't told to me in megabits or gigabits, they're told to me in gigabytes and megabytes. I just want to not have to go the extra step to check. You know, if I'm going to be getting gigabyte internet, tell me it's gigabyte. If I'm going to be getting gigabit internet, tell me it's half a gigabyte. You know, something like that. And it's never always the same level. Never. You can't... People who are doing internet, they can't sit there and say, oh, you're going to have gigabyte internet. And then it comes and you're actually on about 700 megabytes a second. That kind of thing. You know, this is in gigabytes, not bits. Whatever. Right? Not the bits. It's never right. It's never right. You never get that's the maximum you're gonna get. The most you're going to get is what you're expecting to get. That's how it is. Yeah. The thing is, it's difficult to market to people who don't understand technology, right? A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. A lot of people try to, but it can be quite confusing. I'd like to see myself as quite tech savvy, but to me, I just want quick internet. So if a gigabit isn't a gigabyte, right? How the fuck am I going to get gigabyte internet? I don't want 500 megabytes a second, because my current internet is between 400 megabytes and 700 megabytes a second. So, what the fuck am I, why would I go to 500 megabytes a second? Yeah, a gigabit isn't a gigabyte. I know that. But I want to know actually what they are. I honestly couldn't give two fucks if it's, a bunch of bits, right? Just tell me what it correlates to in bytes. Yeah, gigabit, it's ridiculous. 100 megabytes a second. Ooh, groundbreaking for 2013, right? Amazing if you have a fucking Macintosh, right? But nowadays, when you it's going to be less than 100 megabytes. That's the thing. It's going to be less than that. 100 megabytes a second is a lot. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot, right? But you're not going to get 100 megabytes. You're not going to. If you consistently get 100 megabytes a second the entire time, right, that's not your internet. You're probably going to be averaging around 70 megabytes a second, which is cool and all, but try and watch a fucking 4K YouTube video on that shit. For external network traffic, 100 megabytes is a lot, right? Cunt. I'm on. Let me just do a speed test real quick, right? 100 megabytes, I couldn't survive. $70 megabytes a second, right? My PC gets about 80 megabytes a second, right? This is obviously download, not upload. Fucking upload is atrocious on everything. But download, 70 megabytes a second watching a 4K YouTube video is slow as shit. It is, right? So right now, I have 272 download. That's megabits. Oh. Wait, why is it doing it in megabits? What the fuck is that in bytes? Detailed results. Data used, 290 megabytes. None of this makes any fucking sense to me, because I thought that was megabytes. Mbps, I thought was megabytes per second. $15 4K video streams. How come then Big B is bytes? Yeah, Big B is bytes. Small b is bit. But how does this make sense then? Please, how does this make sense? Download speed is 272 Mbps, small b, but data used is 290 MB, big B. How does that make any sense? It just fucking doesn't. Because I always thought it was megabytes. Data is measured in bits, network speed in bytes. Network speed is measured in bits. Okay, but what's the correlation there? What's the correlation though? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Right, what's 270? 34 megabytes? What? That's 34 megabytes a second. That's atrocious. But the thing is, it's not atrocious either. 272. Oh, big number. 34 fucking megabytes. I don't even want to look at what my upload is in megabytes. Actually, yes, I fucking do. Oh my goodness. My upload is 4 megabytes a second. It's 4 fucking megabytes a second. I guess that makes sense as to this fucking kilobits shit. The thing is, that's just what my phone is getting in. When I'm next to the actual internet router, I've had it where it's been at about 700 before. So let's go to about 700. 87 megabytes. That's cool. But the fact that I can upload about 4 megabytes of data a second, I don't think that's good, to be honest. I really don't think it's good. 4 megabytes. But then when it actually comes to it, I haven't had any struggles. It's very confusing. It's all confusing because when you look at what it is in most consumers download more than they upload. Go talk to, but the thing is, I don't struggle. I don't struggle ever with it. It's never been a concern. And when you look at it, it's like, fucking hell, I'm chilling. But then you convert it to what it is, megabytes and whatnot. It's like, holy shit, and this is actually good? It's really confusing. Really, really confusing. I didn't pay too much attention in computer science, especially not in the last fucking year of that shit, because my teacher was an absolute cunt. Fucking hate my teacher. But yeah, when you look at what they are in like megabytes and whatnot, it feels slow when you look at what it is in megabytes. When you look at it in megabits and you think, actually, does it feel slow? It's not slow. So whether I'm uploading 4 megabytes a second and downloading 30 megabytes a second, I'm not struggling with any of it. Which is confusing as fuck. Because I kind of thought I would be struggling with the internet a bit more. It's very confusing. You know, like, if it was slow. Because I thought that, you know, it almost feels like something that's 30 megabytes a second trying to stream a 4K video. I feel like that should struggle. I feel like it should be slow. Or, you know, a 4 megabytes a second upload. I think that should be slow. And yet it isn't. It is just... It's all confused. It's all TCP/IP and the way it's sent off and shit like that. I've forgotten all of that shit. I got either a 5 or a 6 computer science GCSE, and that was even after I'd fully fucking given up on the subject because my teacher was a cunt. So it's nothing more than a mystery as to how I even passed that fucking GCSE. But, yeah. Oh, fucking encoding. Ooh, Huffman tree. That's the only thing I can remember is Huffman tree. I don't even know how to do that shit. Because it was then like, oh, then you do all the maths and you see how much you've saved in a fucking message or whatever. Whatever, because it was, you know, words, whatever, and you get a word like fucking vaginal, and you have to add up all the letters, you do all the this, that, and the other, whatever. Huffman encoding. And then you'd have to figure out how much you've saved. Twitch recommends 6,000 kilobits a second, or 6 megabits a second. Right. Well, that's great because I'm averaging around 4.4 megabit, 4.4 megabits, or 4,400 kilobits. Right now, yeah, 4,600, 4,500, 4,800. It's in the 4,000 kilobits a second, and somehow it's on 1080p. Fuck knows how. And I still managed to lose frames. Even though it's below what it should be, I still managed to drop frames. And I don't know how to fuck with bitrate. I don't know how to do any of that shit. The closest I can ever get to 6,000 is about 5.6 thousand or maybe 5,000. That's about it. But, when it goes down to 3,500, it's really, it really don't like that. I don't know how to do any of that shit. It doesn't make any sense to me. All I know is that I am under average and still somehow doing 1080p. Like, the quality is pretty fucking good. Right? Let's be honest. What the fuck's happened? Why is everything closed? The quality, in my opinion, is pretty good. Especially compared to what it used to be back when I was on Xbox. If you stream it, I don't know how to do that. I have no idea how to do that. Yeah. But if you go back and look at my streams on Xbox, you'll see exactly how good the quality is now as compared to then. Oh, 3 minutes until the government tells us we're gonna die. Fucking hilarious. I'm not even gonna bother trying to fucking sing. Oh, man. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, what the fuck? I did not press that button. I was looking at my VODs and it decided.
Hello, there we go.
Oh, my most recent debuttal. Fucking hell. It's hilarious. Annoying as shit. Oh man. 2 minutes remaining. But yeah, if you go back and look at my old VODs. Ah! Oh my goodness! This is so weird. Well, this is a test of emergency alerts, a new UK government service that will warn you if there's a life-threatening emergency nearby. In a real emergency, follow the instructions in the alert to keep yourself and others safe. Visit gov.uk/alerts for more information. This is a test, you don't need to take any action. Holy fucking shit, that was hilarious. That was so funny. They did it a bit early. They were 2 minutes early. Yeah, fucking hell. See if anybody crashes their fucking car. Goodness. Well, that was quick. The fucking alert thing was such a letdown. I was expecting it to go on for much longer than it did, and plus it went off early. It was boring as fuck. Exactly. Everyone was like bigging it up to be some bit. Oh, a big issue. Oh, it's so intrusive, interruptive. Oh, all these problems. It was fuck all. It was fuck all. It was just a simple little. This is a test. If I'm being honest, right? If a nuclear fucking bomb was heading my way, and that's what I got to warn me, I don't think I wouldn't take it seriously. I'd want the whole fucking shebang. Also, my Google didn't go off. Do I have it plugged in? Oh, maybe that's why we didn't get to see. I didn't even fucking plug in my Google. My Google wasn't even plugged in. That's fun. But yeah, it was very anticlimactic. I don't know why people were kicking up such a big fuss about it when it hadn't even happened yet. Do you just think there are people who are going to receive that and be really pissed off? Honestly. Oh well. I was expecting a little bit more to do or talk about, but fuck all really. I've struggled a lot recently. Shit's not been great, and I definitely won't be able to go to college tomorrow with all this fucking COVID. Which means that I'm not going to be able to do the practice exam for my mock A-levels week after next. Because tomorrow I've got law practice exam and I've gone and got fucking COVID, haven't I? So I can't do it. And if I don't go in until Thursday, if I decide to have Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday off, I mean, problem solved then, because I won't have to do it at all. But they're saying I should be back in by Tuesday. That's if I tell them that I'm positive. Go to settings, video. Oh, common FPS values. See, there's base canvas resolution, output scaled resolution, downscale filter, and common FPS values. Oh, there's also an output for streaming. You've got audio bitrate and video bitrate. I can't set it to 30 because I'm streaming. It doesn't let me change anything. But I can change the video bitrate and audio bitrate and whatnot whilst I stream. But that's about it. I can't change it whilst I can't change the actual frame rate whilst I stream. Oh, I don't have any stream delay on. What would I like for tea? That's what the video and audio already is. Video bitrate is already 4,500 kilobits a second, and audio bitrate is already 160. Yeah, but I can't do that whilst I stream. I can't change the FPS whilst I stream. Yeah, before I was rudely interrupted by an emergency alarm. The first stream of mine on YouTube was done directly off the Xbox, and it shows, even though I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with bitrate and whatever.
Greetings, welcome to the stream. Today we are once again playing Visage.
It's shit quality. The quality is fucking atrocious. Although it's alright, I suppose, but the mic quality and everything.
Play last time, actually, in the last stream.
The camera's laggy as fuck. Everything is just atrocious. Just absolutely atrocious. But things are better now because I'm not that fucking stupid. And also I have better setup. Rather than just streaming directly off my Xbox. Which is actually how I started streaming, on Mixer, way back in 2017. And soon enough, in May, I will have been on Twitch for 5 years. So yeah, and on the day that will be my 5-year sort of anniversary, if you will, of streaming on Twitch, I'm gonna play the first game that I ever played on Twitch. Or not. Or not. Because it was Fortnite. Back when I'd play that shit every single day. Genuinely, throughout 2018, I played Fortnite every single day. And I was still shit at it. Nowadays, I've played it once or twice, right? And that's not like a week, a month. That's maybe a year when someone I know brings it up and I'm like, oh, that's easy as pig shit. And it is. You know, I might play a game and I'll get like fucking 30 kills and I'll win. And I remember way back in 2018 when I was playing every single day and I couldn't even get a fucking kill, let alone a win. Saying don't play Fortnite, I don't know what else to fucking do, though. For 5 years of being on Twitch, it's a nice round number. I either play the first game I played on the internet, which is Minecraft, or I play Fortnite. I have an idea. I'm going to speak to my mate. I might play Minecraft Xbox 360 edition. How about that? Minecraft Xbox 360 edition for my 5 years on Twitch. I feel like that one is more respectable than fucking Fortnite Battle Royale. Minecraft Xbox 360 edition. Because I've already got the emulation software. It's just for some reason when I connect my controller now, because I tried to download another version, like it's not letting me move my head. So he's gonna need to help me set that shit back up. But yeah. Alright, Minecraft Xbox 360 it is. Because all the way up until I think it was 2017, I had an Xbox 360. And then we got a second-hand Xbox One from Sex, which was a limited edition Halo thing. It was cheap as fuck. And that lasted then from 2016, 2017, all the way up till now. About last month, I got a new Xbox S, I think. It's one of them. Which is much better. But, yeah. I've only had the old technology. I've only really had old technology for a long time. Just think, I streamed off second-hand, just Xbox One, fucking Halo edition, right up until I moved last year. During the summer last year, we moved house, right? And for my birthday, I got this PC. It's fucking great. Since then, I've been using a fucking second-hand Xbox One from Sex to stream. And now I don't even have that Xbox anymore because about last month, changed it out because I was getting pretty sick and tired of waiting 40 minutes for Minecraft to load up. And I would wait about 40 minutes for Minecraft to load. That's how slow it got. It was really, really annoying. But hey, you advance eventually. I mean, I've got a Samsung S21, which You know, now it's 2023. It's a bit behind when it comes to Samsungs, but if you think about it, it's still fucking top tier technology. And before that, what did I have? What did I have? I had an iPhone 6, which I got in 2018 as a replacement for the Samsung Galaxy J3 2016, which was my first ever touchscreen phone, and I got it in 2016. I got my first ever actual touchscreen phone in 2016. And I remember, because we were on holiday for my birthday, we were in a caravan. I opened it, oh my goodness, this is fucking amazing. A Samsung Galaxy J3. I have no idea what this phone is, but it's amazing. And then I got an iPhone in 2018, because everybody wanted iPhones. Everybody loved iPhone. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a go. Mother, I would like an iPhone. She's like, okay. iPhone 6. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. And then that lasted me until 2021. An iPhone 6, I know. It was that out of date that I had to jailbreak it. It was already out of its fucking warranty anyway. iPhone 6 went out of warranty fucking decades ago at this point. Jailbroke it. Basically made it run iOS 13 and a half on something that was barely running iOS 12.5. You know, just fucking pushing it to its absolute limits. And it could do it. It absolutely could. There was no problems with it. I didn't damage the phone by jailbreaking it. The only way that you could damage the phone by jailbreaking it is if you jailbreak it wrong, or if you use some really untrustworthy source. But otherwise, jailbreaking is perfectly fine. But they'll make you believe it'll destroy your phone so that you don't jailbreak it. But honestly, if it's that fucking dangerous, why is iPhone now basically being forced to allow a lot of jailbreaks? Because if you think about it now, Apple are being forced to allow people to download apps outside of the App Store on iOS 17. We've had it since the beginning. iOS 16, they introduced these new emojis. I had that shit back in 2021. Fucking 12 megapixel camera. We had it back in 2012. And when did iPhone ditch the 12 megapixel camera? I don't know. They're still using it. All they do is they make the software a little bit more. They just increase the amount of software that they put into it to make the camera look better and to utilize every last fucking megapixel. It's only 12. Fingerprint sensors. Look, oh, easy as fucking pig shit. Easy. Fingerprint. Touch ID. Oh, beautiful. Fucking amazing. Face ID. Yeah, we've got Face ID as well, and it's pretty quick. USB-C. Amazing. Fantastic. What the fuck does iPhone have? Face ID and normal password. We have normal passwords, Touch ID, everything. And don't get me started, what the fuck is that little cock thing at the top of the screen? The floating island. What's the point? Get rid of it. We fucking got rid of that shit, right? We've got a little hole punch for the camera right at the top that takes up fuck all. Takes up absolutely nothing. Genuinely. It does absolutely nothing. Look at that. It's fuck all. But on iPhone, it's this massive penis. Get rid of it. Actually, just get rid of it. There's no point in having it there. It's ugly as shit. And the in-screen fingerprint sensor is amazing. And it's quick. And it's reliable. Something that Apple just don't know how to fucking do. I mean, look how quick that shit is. Boom. That fucking easy. You can hardly even fucking touch it and it'll do it. It's really amazing. And the NFC, when you go to buy shit with the phone, right? I don't even touch my phone to the thing that I'm buying shit. That I'm buying. Because, you know, when you've got contactless, right? I've got my card set up on my phone so I can do that, right? On iPhone, you have to, like, touch the tip of it and wait and whatnot. On this shit, no, you just have to swipe it and it's done. You don't even have to touch your phone to it. And although that's quite a security issue, I understand that. Yeah, you also have to provide your fingerprint on it, and you've got 1 minute to buy. If the 1 minute goes, it's like, no. So there is security things in place. You know, iPhone is just absolutely dog shit. Android is always 10 steps ahead. But the only reason why Apple is even considerably in the game is because people keep buying it because Apple trap you in their fucking ecosystem. Soon they're going to be releasing fucking iCondom at this fucking rate. Use Siri on your condom to make it feel better. Hey Siri, give me an erection. Fucking hell. Put an AirTag. The fucking AirTags, they're shit as well. GPS trackers have been around for fucking donkey's years. Apple just made it round and in their ecosystem. Oh, so you can track it on your little tracking app. Yeah, tracking apps already fucking exist. Hey Siri, where is my dick? Yeah, put an AirTag on your dick just in case you lose it. But, yeah. The whole fucking Apple ecosystem. I have AirPods Pro, right? Because my mum got me them for my birthday. Because I would always get knockoff AirPods, right? Cheap knockoff, right? And she thought, okay, AirPods Pro. Whereas I actually much prefer the look and what would be the convenience of the nothing ear ones. I would be more inclined to get them as to AirPods, to be honest. But I've got them and I have a fucking Android. And to someone who is in the who doesn't understand the Apple ecosystem, and to someone who has a fucking Android, it's like, oh, over-ear headphones. No, not the fucking AirPods Pro Plus Slim Max Ultra fucking literal fucking headphones. No, the in-ear. None of those over-ear in-ear. You know, the fucking pea shooters. Those ones. And they're not bad. They're not bad. The noise cancellation is okay. The overall sound's pretty good. The battery life on them are shit. I don't know. I don't know, man. But battery life on them are pretty shit. The sound is okay. Noise cancelling, it's alright. The microphone on them are shit. And one really, really annoying thing is they just connect to my phone at random times. I have never seen anybody else speak about this, right? But I'll just be minding my own business, watching a nice YouTube video, and then what happens? The AirPods just connect to my phone, right? And they're just on the other side of the fucking room. Like, what the fuck is going on here? I have to turn off my Bluetooth. Piss off. Leave my phone alone, you stupid cunts. I have to put them on charge all the time so that they don't fucking connect to my phone. Absolute nuisance. Honestly, it really pisses me off. Like, just leave my phone alone. I'm not trying to fucking use AirPods right now. No one's touching you, speaking to you. Just fuck off. So annoying. Like, they're okay. They're alright. They're not the worst headphones you can get. But they really should not be your first option. Honestly, it shouldn't be your first choice. If you are looking to get wireless headphones because you don't have a headphone jack, don't look at AirPods. There are plenty more better Bluetooth headphones out there. Plenty. You really don't need AirPods. The only way you would need AirPods is if you don't actually know that other companies exist. But yeah, it's ridiculous. AirPods are overhyped. They're overcharged, overpriced, everything. I guess Apple is kind of like the Gucci of technology companies. It's like everybody's been doing it for much longer than Apple have at this point, right? Okay, Apple made the touchscreen phone. Brilliant. And then everyone else copied them. And then everyone else is doing better than them. And now they're having to catch up to everybody else. You know, it's like they make something and then they end up becoming the underdogs. And the only thing that keeps them in the game is their name and ecosystem. That's it. If you think about it, Samsung still sort of lead the way. I mean, Apple do not compare in any way, shape, or form to basically any other fucking technology company, in the sense that their phones are overpriced and their cheaper phones are dog shit. Whereas Samsung, they have cheap phones which do amazing in third world countries and with old people because they're simple and cheap, and so a lot of people buy them. I think the most phones they sell are in their A series, which are cheap phones because they are massive in third world countries amongst poor people and old people. Because these are people who want technology but can't afford a $1,000 phone that's been sold fucking 5 times, you know, over the past 5 fucking years. A-series phones are the regular phones. Yeah, the thing is, the A-series phones, they're cheap, right? But they can afford to be cheap, right? They look a lot like these kind of phones. They look a lot like the flagships. And the technology they use is pretty fucking good. It's by no means atrocious because, and here's the thing, they don't need to profit much off these regular phones. They don't need to profit much off them. The S series is the flagships. It's like, wow, look at the Samsung Galaxy S 25 million with a fucking 7 quadrillion fucking megapixel camera, 15 terabyte hard drive baked into the fucking phone. You know, all for the low price of 17 arms and legs. You know, the S series are the flagships. The A series, there's a ranking in how good they are. And one thing you won't see is you will very rarely ever see an ad for the Samsung A series phones, because they know that they don't need ads because they're cheap phones and people see them and buy them. You know, like 200 odd quid, maybe about 150 quid, something like that, right? And as compared to iPhone, whose cheapest phone is like 300 quid, right, at least, it's, you know, it's like, well, I can actually maybe afford this kind of phone, and it's Samsung. So they actually lead the game when it comes to that shit, and iPhone could never. Which is why they seriously cannot be in the game at all. Because they don't sell enough phones. Samsung sell millions per year. More than iPhone. Samsung sell around 62.4 million smartphones a year. Fuck off, Bing. $62 million phones. Okay, Apple sell a lot of iPhones, but that was 2022. I'm so confused. I sincerely do not believe for one fucking minute that 232 million iPhones were sold in 2022. I do not believe that. I don't believe it. There is no way that many people have iPhones. 232 million? That's a lie. That's absolute bullshit. That's not even a yearly thing. That was just last year. So how... What? How? Thank you for the follow. RPG, and we finally reached the fucking follow goal, I think. Just because the iPhones were sold doesn't mean they were sold. But it turns out the 62 million a year that Samsung sell isn't actually how much. Last year they sold approximately 200 million phones as of the third quarter of 2022. Let's have a look at how many phones Apple sold in 2021. Between 217 million and 250 million. Sorry, Apple, but Samsung in 2021... oh no, let's go to 2019 actually, because I'm not seeing an actual figure for Samsung in 2019. Is that sold per day? I'm not asking per fucking day. Alright, so that's 2018. I didn't ask for 2018. Fucking hell. You know, Apple just doesn't know how to be a company at this point. Samsung sold 295 million phones in 2019. Apple sold between 40.8 million and 7.1 million phones in 2019. Apple are fucking nothing. Start a new goal, shall we? There we go. Splendid. It's ridiculous. Samsung outdid their higher end. By about 7 fucking times. 7 times more. That's ridiculous. (2021) How many phones did Samsung sell? 272 million units, which is more than what iPhone sold in 2021. 2022, iPhone sold 232 million phones. Samsung sold 264 million. Samsung is leading the game quite literally. Let's have a look so far. Yeah, there's fuck all for this year so far. Oh, I fucking hate this. Apple have sold more phones than Samsung so far this year, but that's to be expected. As the Apple phones die down, I'm probably gonna need to end the stream now anyway, just to make sure I don't get any fucking worse. Cause this COVID is fucked. But yeah, also I need to sort out my tea and whatnot. Thanks for watching. This is just sort of check-in stream, I suppose. Yeah, well, I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna try and stream next Saturday, but no promises. Fucking hell. I'm supposed to stream every Saturday, so I can try my best to be there on Saturday. If I'm not, you understand why, because I've got the corona. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I just don't think I can continue at this rate, to be honest, because I definitely need to get myself another drink and just relax my voice, relax my vocal cords, because I'm getting better and I don't want to make things worse. It's already the second day, so thank you. I should be fine by next Saturday anyway. So, anyway, thanks for watching. And I'll see you hopefully when I'm streaming next, which is on Saturday. See you then.